Hello there. Are you in the mood for making dinner? No? So just walk with me. Oh, let me show you what we have here. We do have a kitchen. We're making beef bourguignon. I found this recipe on tablespoon.com. I don't really much like that website because last time I made pork chops over there, it wasn't eatable at all. I still have it somewhere in the freezer. I don't know why. But anyway, we are making beef bourguignon. I will modify the recipe from the website. And we do have a beef here. And we sure can see it. Greens and onions. And some wine for me to not get bored. So today we will be talking also about how to keep yourself happy without overloading yourself. Why is that important? Simply because we often stuck in routine, especially women. We need to take care of our husband, we need to do our job, we need to take care of kids, everything. But the point is, you need to be yourself and you need to be happy self. So to keep yourself happy, it doesn't mean that you need to do it all. You can delegate something, you can simplify some things, you can automate some things. You have frozen lunches for the week, it's perfect. If you don't like it, it's perfect too, it's up to you. In our family, we're only cooking when we want to. So when I'm making dinner, I'm only making it when I want to. And I want to do it today. And I'll show you what we're doing. So I want you to sit and think for the past week, what did you do for yourself? To support yourself, support your dream, your business. You will say, oh, I didn't have much time. Yeah, sure, I didn't have much time either. I didn't do all I wanted because in my mind it always too much planned, to be frank, but we can do something, right? So if I want to make dinner, I'm making it, and I'm making it with you today, whatever I want you or not. And just think about last week's routine and think about what you wanted to do to move forward towards your goal, to write your book, to start your YouTube channel, or to create your website, or to try yourself in a new business, or simply update your resume to apply for the new job. Why haven't you done it? Because you have been doing tasks that you don't want to do. For example, you've been making all those dinners. Obviously, kids need food, your husband needs food, but you're not the only one person who knows how to cook. And you can buy something simpler and faster. It doesn't mean that you have to make all those meals that take 2 or 3 hours of your time. I'm not often able to spend 2 or 3 hours of my time in the kitchen. And to be frank, sometimes I have it planned, this nice meal and this and that, and I simply ended my job, ended all the tasks I wanted, and I don't feel like cooking. I don't want it. So Jill will say, okay, we're not having it today. Let's go take something home, take some takeout. That will work. Or we just make something simpler. That will work too. So I want you to do the same. If you don't feel like and you want to do something else, just do it. Okay? Because, you know, last week you didn't make enough things and tasks that you wanted. The week before you didn't make enough things and tasks that you wanted and that you had planned. Next week you won't have enough time to do those things. And the week after you won't have enough time to do those things. And this will happen for a month, for 2 months, for a year, for 10 years. And then you wake up and say it's time to retire, and I'm gonna sit here on the bench and won't do anything. Well, good luck with that. That's not my style of retirement, but it's up to you. But at the end, what have you achieved from what you wanted? How you lived the life? How many things that you wanted you at least try to get closer to? How many of them? So think what you did today to achieve it. So now we get a scary huge knife to cut that bit. And talking more about, oops, sorry. That was my kitchen and living room. Yes, you have seen it, this sneak peek. So I want you to take that schedule that you have for the next week and look at it twice and see how much time you're gonna spend for housework, for cooking, for driving kids this and there, or just for walking, or for yourself, for the exercise, or for yourself to working on your dream, or to meditate, at least taking a nap. Why not? So you can modify that list easily. You take that time, you analyze it, and you add things that you want. It also very well works when there is a time management exercise, when you take notes of all the things you are doing, because sometimes we're just not noticing when times disappear, where times goes. And you take a notebook or just a file in your laptop and you make notes of all the things you done. For example, I woke up at 6 a.m. For the next an hour and a half, I was able to prepare myself and kids for school. That's very nice. Well done. You make note of that. Next thing, you make a note, I went for groceries. In next 3 hours, I was driving kids to school and picking up groceries. Fine. Next thing, you make a note what you did next. You came to the office, you had meeting with a client, or this and that, or you work in 9 to 5 job, so you've been at work. Nice. Then you went to the gym, so you're making simply notes of all the things you've done. And at the end of 2 weeks, you clearly see how did you spend your time. For example, how much time it took you to prepare kids for school, and how you can optimize this process. Engage kids, engage your husband, or have simpler lunch money, whatever works for your family. It's all different, and I'm not saying you to avoid those tasks. I'm saying try to find the ways to optimize those tasks and combine. As a woman, you know that you can do few things at a time. Not many men can do this, but we can, so we can use it at our advantage. For example, while you prepare kids for school, you can have a headset with some audiobook on the next step for your business, or just motivational, or just something that you always wanted to learn. You work in different industry and you wanted to go to that industry, so you need to learn new tasks. How can you do that? You need to take classes. It either can be academic, can be on-site, but pretty much it's online today. You can easily do this, and especially online courses, many free courses also available, and some of that really budget friendly. So you just go online, finding what works for you, and you take in those classes. And sometimes you don't need to spend those long hours trying to, or at least you can combine a couple things, so you will be using your time smarter. I'm not saying you can do much while you're driving, but there are assistants on your smartphone without having your smartphone in your hands. There are virtual assistants, those automated things, like hello Cortana. Oh, I didn't understand you. Yeah, we've been there. But you can do a couple things like Google, hello Google, can you prepare an audio note for you? Yeah, I would love to. Or Google, find this for me and that for me. This can be saved and this can be listened, or you can simply listen to your audiobook also. It depends. Obviously, it's individual. It's not necessary you have to try that. But you can try the way A, to optimize your time, and B, to do a couple things in once. And this means that you can include more tasks in your week and you can achieve more. So then, at the end of this week, when we will be talking, I will ask you, what have you done that moved you closer to your dream? And you will say, I've done this and that. Not like usually it happens, week after week after week, we just not having enough time. Now you will, and I'm really happy about it. Just don't forget to try, and if it didn't work this week, try next week again. Oh, I did show you all this fancy new kitchen. We just moved to a new apartment a couple months ago. I'm really enjoying it. It's so great. They have Italian stove, which I love. I don't like cleaning it, of course. I'm not big on cleaning, but I do love this kitchen and stove and oven. Everything is just great. But you will ask, where is my apron? Yeah, I didn't find one I like. We just moved to a new apartment and we only took things that we like. I like, to be frank. And apron wasn't one of it, so I still didn't find the one I like. So yeah, I don't have it. I don't have good washer, thank you. Oh, so we're talking about tasks, right? With the ones you can include in your routine. You can avoid routine, add something and spice it up. Because every time you're doing something differently, you encourage yourself, your brain work differently, and you will see how your body start feeling it, this drive that you can do this and that. Not necessarily feel tired all the time, but it's opposite. You will get all that energy you didn't know you have, because you will see that you can do it and you can follow your dream without actually cutting off all the routine. Because if you enjoy cooking from time to time, as I do, that's perfect. Why not? Yes? You know what Jim does when he wants his favorite cornbread? He will sit and look at me and say, isn't that hard? Can I trouble you for making those corn muffins? Yeah, he will do that. So today I'm also making his favorite corn muffins. They are very good. And then we need to go for exercise or for a long Sunday walk tomorrow. But that's great, because I like walks and I like good dinners, and today I'm in the mood for cooking. Are you in the mood for cooking today? Are you in the mood of doing your routine? So change it. Engage your family, involve other people, and create automation. If there are things that you can automate with technology, whatever it's in household or in business, try to find a way to do so. Sometimes it's costly, yes, but if it's not, or if it's costly and you can invest in that, so why not? Make it easier. You deserve it. Just imagine or recollect, I've lived those times when we didn't have proper washer. I mean, we are still in Europe, we don't have dryers in here. Yeah, those are pretty rare. So I do have this dryer on a patio. I have separate patio for those things like drying clothes, and the cupboard was different, food saved and everything. So that thing is not automated for me here, but I remember those times where we didn't have proper washer or dishwasher. Yeah, we did it all manually. Or remember that meat grater, the one that you need to do it with your hands. That's crazy. We don't do this anymore, obviously, but I remember those times. And I remember the times when you can't afford pre-cooked meals. You have to create something from the scratch all the time and make sure that you make an economy with just trying to fit everything into the same amount of money. Meats and veggies and fruits, because your kid needs all of it and you're doing all of it. So automate, and delegate. That's simple. Check your schedule, check the things that you wanted to do but you couldn't because of your routine. Check what you can delegate, what you can teach your kids help you with, and make sure you try to add something. Spice it up, spice up your routine, and you will get more energy from there. So I'm leaving you now because I will start this noisy thing in here and you will be able to hear me, and I'm going to enjoy preparing nice dinner because I'm in the mood for the cooking today. See you next time.